I'm really scared to talk to you, so that's my emotion. But there's a great book called The 5 Love Languages,
Yep.
which I used to think was really terrific.
Yep.
And it talks about 5 different ways that people feel loved.
Yes.
And I used to think it was great.
Isn't it a fantastic book?
But it tells you exactly what your addictions are. Yeah.
You'll be surprised how many books that have been written on this planet that are basically about love, supposedly, that are all just basically defining addictions. Like, there's this common concept that you have a need to be loved. Do you know that the need that you think you have to be loved is actually an emotional addiction, and it's not even real? The truth is actually that when we are loved completely as a child, you grow up without the need to be loved. And instead you have a desire, not even a need, to give love. Right? Now, because none of us are growing up in that place at this point, we all have a need to be loved. That's the result. So what we do then is we go and make a book that tells us about all the ways in which we need love, which are all about the addictions. Yeah, and it's very and I've heard people mention that book before, and they said it was such an enlightening part of their life and so forth. And I'm going, oh no, because it's actually a complete description of how you receive love, which is addictive in itself. Yeah, powerful. There is so many books like that, so many books that define the human race nowadays and define love are actually about addictions that we have. When you get into a space where you feel loved completely by God, and this is the beauty of your relationship with God, you will not need love from anyone because intrinsically you are complete. You love yourself completely, and you feel God's love for you completely. And in that moment, you are complete. You do not need love from any other person. And ironically, that is also the time when you are the most loving to every other person. Now, the problem is, though, on the planet, is we try to manufacture that state intellectually rather than being in that state emotionally. And if you deal with all your addictions with God, you will get to that place emotionally, which is actually a very beautiful place to be. If we go...